this. That's sugar. I need that. Tarragon vinegar, right? Let me make sure I have everything. Parsley flakes, red pepper, vinegar, mayo, chicken, pepper, a cup of water. Oh, I needed the cup of water. I don't need that now. I needed that when I did the, never mind. That was to do the, when I made it.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Episode 6, chicken salad.
Well, hello, dear friends. Today we're going to wind up making a Briscoe chicken salad. I take this to work a lot, and everybody there loves it. So for that, what we need is, and I've already did my chicken. I did it early so I can let it cool down. I use chicken breast this time. Sometimes I use chicken thighs. Sometimes I use both. But you normally use 1.5 pounds. I have 4 pounds because I take it to work. So I have 4 pounds of chicken. I have tarragon, red pepper flakes. We will use parsley. We will use a little sugar. And we will use some vinegar. So with that being said, let me get started. So I just take the chicken salad and stick it in the chicken and put it in here. It's easier for me just to go ahead and put it into the food processor and get it all done up. This I have to do in stages because, like I said, it normally calls for 1.5 pounds. These recipes will be at the end of the video, but it normally calls for 1.5 pounds of chicken, but I make extra because, like I said, I do give it out to people, so I have to make extra. I used to work with a lady named Irma, and she used to always ask me to make this, so I know you can't see me pouring it in that container, but like I said, I have to make it in sections so I can get it all done. So. Alrighty, the last time. So I got all the chicken done, and to make it so much easier, what I do is I go ahead and put all my mayonnaise and everything in here and just mix it up in here. I just mix it right up in through the food processor. It just makes it easier to mix it up. So with that being said, I need to put my mayonnaise in here. I know it's a lot, it's 3 cups, but it calls for 1 cup for 1.5 pounds, and I have 4 pounds. So I need 3 cups of mayonnaise. Then I need, where's my, I need 1/8 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm not going to put a lot of that in. I just put enough in to give it some flavor. So I'll probably only do like a little over 1/8 teaspoon anyways, just for total. I don't want to burn people's mouths off. I need a tablespoon of vinegar, so that means I need 3 of them. I'm saying this out loud so I know I get it right. Okay, and then what people don't know is I actually used tarragon in mine. So, I need parsley. Let me get the parsley first. I don't make this too often, so I really gotta, I just eyeball it. It's about 1/4 cup. So I'm just gonna eyeball it. I need 1/8 teaspoon of sugar. So I need to do that 3 times. There's that. And then for the tarragon, I'm going to need 6 tablespoons of tarragon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 2 tablespoons for 1 regular one, and like I said, I had to multiply this by 6. All right, let me mix this all up. Let me get a paper towel and pull that out because I don't want to have it go and cut myself. That's the only problem when you do it like this. You really have to be careful with them blades. You don't think that this is going to make a lot, the sauce for the chicken I have, but it does. Because that chicken's real fine. And if it isn't enough, I can always go back and make more. But I think I'll be okay with it. Okay. The one thing I did forget to do was I forgot to do my onion. So I'm going to do it in my little mini food processor. I have a mini food processor, so I'm going to move this out the way. And I'll put this in here. And I'll just put my onion in there.
Hang on.
What's the matter? Behind.
We'll just.
Oh, it's in the way?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll move it. Just move it over.
I am.
I gotta cut this up anyways. I forgot all about this. I gotta have.
There we go. Cause you. So I'll go back to recording. That way they see you cutting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. And 1, 3, 2, 1.
Like I said, I forgot to put the onion in, so I'm just gonna put it in my mini food processor. Just gotta make sure it's in tight. All right, the onion, it says 1 small onion. You can really do as much as you would like to do. Some people don't like a lot of onion, so, you know, I usually just do like that much will be okay for me. You know, I just like to have a little bit of the onion taste in there. So, let me wash my hands off. All right, so now I'm going to add this into it. I gotta look at my cake on a few. gotta check that pig seed. Shit. I'm gonna make a mess here, I can tell you this now. Get another spoon.
I guess I should add a bleep. And be like, bleep.
Why, what is it? Oh, shit.
Because we're recording.
I forgot. I thought about it after I said that.
So.
I haven't made this in so long. Like I said, this is really good. It just takes a little bit to mix it up. It wouldn't be as bad for anybody else because they wouldn't use as much chicken. But of course, because I have to give it to friends, I need to put a lot of chicken in it. Now you see why I mash it up that fine, because that way this is all going to get mixed up and it will be just enough of the this will just be enough of the sauce to make it work. This little piece over here that has a whole bunch of sauce over here. I'm trying to get it, and there's a little bit of chicken there that don't have any sauce. I'm trying to get it. Okay. Of course, I made a mess through the whole process. But I did get it done. Alright. I'm going to get a container and put it in. Get a little bit out and see how it tastes. I'm just going to take a spoonful of it just to try it to make sure it tastes okay. That's really good. Really good. All right. Let me get this put into a container so I can get that in the refrigerator. And then what I'll do is I'll separate it out. Later on, I'll let it get cold, and I'll separate it out. I know a lot of people who eat it with crackers. I mean, I usually put mine on bread or a tortilla shell or something. So that's up to each person. But I know that a lot of people at work use crackers. They get crackers and put it with that. So that's entirely up to what you like. You can actually, if you want, if you would like, you can actually make a little bit more of the sauce and put in it. I think it has enough in, but that's entirely up to each person. But there it is. That's your chicken salad, your Briscoe chicken salad. Everybody stay blessed.
Did you want to redo the "Everybody Stays Blessed" thing?
Yeah.
No, if you because then we'll cut the footage.
Okay.
If you wanted to redo the ending.
All right. I can.
All right.
Ready? All right. So this is the end result of the chicken salad. I hope everybody enjoys it. Everybody stay blessed. Don't let me forget, you gotta give some of this to Heidi.
Right.
That's what she wants to put in every, yeah. Get rid of them things too. And this takes off. What time did I put that in? It says 5:05. Okay.
So when you put it out of the oven, remember, try your best to stand to the side.
Yeah, I will.
That way I can, I can get the camera angle without having to actually walk in here.
I will. I just don't think about it, but I will.
No, I know. It's the little things.
I agree.
Because it was hard for me to get the angle when you put it in. So at least if I can't use that footage, I can at least use the footage of it taking it out.
Okay. All right, I just need to get half a cup of half a meal.
All right.
And my Cool Whip.
Ended up taking my shoes off because I kept hearing the sticky sounds. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, I need to walk around without making sound.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
All right.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me put these in. How much is it? Half a cup. What's this?
I just need to flash this camera.
I gotta put this in the microwave.
That way it knows that we're going back to recording.
Give me a minute here.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want to make a big mess like I did the other day. My sink was full, and then when I watched the videos, you could see it all in the sink, and
No, I get it.
I just gotta. And then when I went to wash my dishes, I had to pour everything out of the sink. That's why I have it sitting here, but I have my potato stuff in there right now. I'm just gonna take this out. Melt these, and it's not melting very good. I'm gonna take this off. This thing's getting on my nerves. Let me, you know what I'll do? I'll just put a little bit of that in there. That'll work it. I gotta have something in there to make it.
Was that your phone?
Yeah. I gotta put that on.
You might want to silence it
I'm gonna put it on silent.
before it.
I keep on forgetting, but.
We're recording and then it rings.
Oh, let me shut this too because there's so many delivery coming and I don't want.
It's the little things we forget about.
I know.
Closing the blinds,
Well, there's gonna be a delivery coming. I don't want them.
So are you going to mention you added a little bit of that vanilla? Okay.
I just gotta get it mixed up real quick.
You want to start recording?
Hold on a second. I want to mix this up. All right. I'm ready.
So remember, I just paused the recording.
Okay.
So, you don't have to say anything else. It just go back
Okay.
right into what you're doing.
Well, I got to tell them what's going to go in this.
Right, but I meant you don't have to be like, oh, hey, welcome back type thing.
Okay. Alrighty then, so now that the cake's in the oven, what we're going to do is we're going to make our icing. So for that, we need 1 box of butterscotch pudding. We need a half a cup of half and half. We need a container of Cool Whip. And we need a half a cup of melted butterscotch chips. I put a little bit of vanilla in this also so I could get it to melt better. So with that being said, what we do is we put the milk in there with the butterscotch, because this here we'll put back into the refrigerator so it'll keep on staying cool. And the reason I did my butterscotch chips up a while was because they got to cool down a little bit, or else what will happen is they'll melt the Cool Whip. So we're going to take both of those and put them in there like that. And then we're going to mix this up. This will be thick because you're only using a half a cup, a half and half. You're not using the whole amount of milk like you normally do for when you do pudding, butterscotch pudding. So see, it's really thick. To that now, we're going to add this little mixture right here. The melted butterscotch with the vanilla. We're going to put that in there and add that. And we're going to mix that up a little bit. Incorporate it in there. Like I said, my stepdaughter Amanda, she loves this stuff. And then to that, you're going to add the whole tub of Cool Whip with topping. Now, when you do make this, this is a recipe. It's best to leave it in the refrigerator because of the Cool Whip. You really should leave it in the refrigerator until you're ready to eat it, so your Cool Whip doesn't melt. So then you're just going to fold this all together. And I wish you could smell it. You can smell that barbecue. I mean that butterscotch. You really can smell it. It smells good. So you just mix it all in like this. So it's going to be like a light brown color because, of course, you know butterscotch is light brown. So I haven't tried it yet, but one day I think I'm going to try to put butterscotch pudding into the cake mix too and see how that turns out, but I have not tried that yet. I only tried it with the chocolate chips in it. Okay, so there's our butterscotch icing. Like I said, this will go in the refrigerator till we need it. We'll leave it keep on getting cold. So, I'll stick this in the refrigerator. As soon as that cake comes out, I'll let it cool down a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll frost the cake, and then you'll see what it's like. All right, that's this one.
You done?
Uh-huh.
All right.
Now, next I guess we want to go on to
And
I guess the next one we want to do is the chicken salad, maybe?
the chicken salad? Yeah, we could do that.
And then we'll do the Amish spread. Because that one there, I'm going to have to, just want to get this out the way. Now, all these. You know what I'm going to do. You said you can't see over here, right?
What?
You can't see over here.
No, this I can't see this section.
Okay, good. Because I'm just throwing everything over there. I just don't want all them dishes in my sink. Because I didn't like it. Now, what do we say? We're doing a chicken salad, right?
Right.
Alrighty. Get rid of this. Everything.
No, I get it. For the finished product, you don't want people seeing that.
No, I know. I don't want people seeing it because I'm just collecting it all over here until I get done.
Right, right.
Alright. Alright, let me get this in here. That's a pretty good idea, so I'll just throw them all in there. I gotta get my chicken in. There's my chicken. When I make it, I'm just gonna put it back in here.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright, let me tap the record button over here. Recording. I'm sure that looked good with the when you were mixing that up because it was right over the camera.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that looks. Alright, let me get the card.
Oh, then you know what? Wait a minute. Let me get. Okay, you're fine, but let me get one of these out. Only because I want me something to put it in. While I'm mixing everything else up, and I might need a big one to put it in the refrigerator for now. Okay. Okay, I'm ready now.
Alright.
The back of the box says it's usually 25 to 30 minutes. Let's see here. I have a 9 by 13 by 9. It says 34 to 38 minutes, but because I have half and half in here, that fat in there, I'm going to check it after around a half an hour. I'm going to check it like 5 minutes before, because you have fat put in there instead of the water. You should check it because it's probably going to get done a little faster. You do want to put it, you want to grease your pan, and you also want to put a little bit of flour in there. I do it this way because usually my stepdaughter gets this. She loves it, so she'll come over and pick it up, and I'll just give her a whole pan because it's a throwaway pan. So she can just take it on home like this. So, like I said, this is a thicker cake. It really is, but it's really good. It is a thick cake. Let me get a spatula. All right, I'm going to put this in the oven, and then while this is in the oven, like I said, 350 for about a half an hour, and then I'll check it. While that's in the oven, I'm going to get ready to make my butterscotch icing. So I got to get another bowl. Can't reach that. You know what? Can you cut that off a minute?
Yeah, we can keep recording. I'll just edit it out.
Okay. I just want to rinse this bowl out real quick, Stephen.
You need me to read something for you?
No, I can just rinse this bowl out real quick.
Okay.
I'd rather use this one anyway. Actually, where's that little one at?
Hang on.
Look at my little bowl. I have a real little bowl. Oh, it has my chicken in it.
Okay. So just make sure I flash this to the camera.
Huh?
I need to flash this when we go back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just wanted to use that real quick.
That's fine.
I gotta get more mixing bowls, but I wanted to make sure it's going to be a success before I go buying all this stuff.
Right. No, 100%. You.
I assume we got money God put in my account today. He's telling me that we're doing good things.
Right.
Because, like I said, it was an extra $800. I'll take it. Don't put that in the video.
I'll have to cut that out.
buddy. Okay, so this now.
Okay. One last mic check. I'm always paranoid this thing because I have to go switch between the screens. All right, it looks like we're connected. Say something.
Hello?
Okay, good. Episode 6.
Welcome back, dear friends. Today we're going to make a vanilla cake with butterscotch and chocolate chips and a butterscotch icing. So for that, we are going to need 1 box of vanilla cake mix. We need 1 cup of milk. We need 3 eggs. We need half a cup of melted butter, and make sure you let this cool down before you put it in. And then we also need the chocolate chips and the butterscotch chips. Now, I put flour in mine because if you use flour and you coat your chocolate and your butterscotch chips with flour, they will not sink to the bottom. Otherwise, they will sink to the bottom of your cake. So with that being said, let's get this started. So I'm going to just put my cake mix in there. I hope everybody's having a good day today, and I hope you're having a good week. We're going to stick the cake mix in here. And into that, we're going to add the melted butter. And then I'm going to add the half and half. And I'm going to add 3 eggs. Now I do something else. I do put a little bit of vanilla in mine. I just take it right from the bottle and just put a little dash in there. I just think it gives it a little bit of extra vanilla flavoring. So I just go like that and you go like that. All right, let me get this mixed up. But it's on medium that you should mix it up. This is a denser cake than normal because I used, instead of using water and oil, I used butter and milk, half and half actually. I used half and half. So now we're going to fold in our, let me get a spoon. We're going to fold in our chocolate chips. See how they have the flour on them? That's so they don't sink to the bottom. They should, I say should, because by the time I say they won't, that's when they do. Every time so far I made them like this, they did not sink. So I'm hoping my logic's right. Put it in like this. This is going to go in a 350-degree oven, and it's going